Keystone Technologies. Go to KEYSTONETECH.com, baby. That's KeystoneTech.com. Hot on the Light Ted Online Video Show. Don't you love Keystone, Greg?
That's right. Light made easy. They know what they're up to. They got the right product. And they make it easy for you to sell it. And when you can sell it, you can make some money.
Cool. So we just interviewed Brian Liebel and Ruskin Hartley, IES and IDA, International Dark Sky Association, Greg. And that was a really cool conversation. I love the way the IES is, really getting involved down there and bringing the research and taking the lighting industry and saying, no, we're going dark sky now. Enough's enough.
Yeah, they are the lighting authority, and they come in and now they partner up with dark sky. So they're not saying we know dark sky. They're saying we're going to talk to dark sky, and together we're going to come up with 5 principles of outdoor lighting. And that's you guys might have seen the press release, but we're going to touch on it quick here today as a summary of what we talked about. So I'm going to read the 5 to you. You know them, Mike, but it's going to be new to some people.
Let's just unpack one at a time.
All right, let's start with it. Number 1, if you're going to do responsible outdoor lighting, I should say 5 principles for responsible outdoor lighting, not just outdoor lighting, but responsible, is that it should be useful. The light should be useful. It should have a clear purpose.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, duh, but I mean, how many times? What you got to ask yourself when you're out there, what do we do? Why is it, what is this doing here? Why do we have it here? But the way the industry's worked from rebates down has been, is there a light there? Yeah, replace it with something brighter and 5,000 K. And as long as it's energy efficient, good, you're good to go.
What's it lighting though? Oh, it's lighting nothing? It's lighting a side of a building that doesn't need to be seen in the corner of the lot? It doesn't need a light. It's not useful.
Yeah, for sure. Or what, is it meant to put glare and the drivers by on the road's eyes? Is that what it's for? To blind the people driving on the road beside the parking lot so they can't see? I mean, what I said in the show and what I've said many times is prison yards need to be lit up like prison yards. Mm-hmm. But only prison yards.
Make it useful. Ton of sense. Purpose. But we need to list it out so everybody knows. It has to be useful. Second thing, targeted. Light should be directed only where you need it. Mm-hmm. Touches on what you said in terms of useful. Do you need to light up everything in the exterior of a church, of an office building, of a school, no. Prison yard, yes.
Yes. How many times have you driven by like some weird building like a church and it's like, boom, the outdoor lighting's on, the parking lot is empty. Okay.
Right. Completely empty.
And people are proud of that. Yeah. Sometimes. Like, look how bright that empty parking lot is over there.
We saved all this energy and it's super bright, but we don't need it at this time. It doesn't need to be lit right now. So targeted. So get the light where you need it. And also, it talks about, should you light up the sky? No. If you're doing exterior lighting on a building, you don't need to light up the sky. You need to light up the ground where you're driving, where you need to see where you're walking.
You're not calling Batman.
Okay. All right. Low light levels. Light should be no brighter than necessary.
Well, how dare you, Greg Ehrich? The brighter, the better.
You want to blow that area up. You want to make it stand out, right?
But that was the principle that this industry ran on for the last 10 years, dude. 5,000 K, brighter than what was there before in the same spot.
You said a word there that I heard was. Do you think it's changed yet? I don't think it's changed yet.
Not yet. No, it is. It is. 5,000 K, LED, same shape and style as the one that was there before in the same location and brighter. And then you win. Everybody wins. No, son, not everybody wins. That's not the way we got to do it. We got to switch it up.
So you got useful, targeted, low light levels. Those are the first 3. Next one is controlled. Light should only be used when it is useful.
Amen.
That makes sense. Do you need it on 24/7? Do you need it on 12 hour? Do you need it on dusk to dawn? Do you need all of them on dusk to dawn? Maybe some of them you want for security, but do you need them all? Do you need it full light output? Or do you just want it so that if you are going to use a parking lot on a certain night, someone's there, the light's full, but if they're not, it's dimmed down or it's off.
Do you remember those? I don't know if so. I learned a lot about programmable controls from 2005 to 2011.
Mhm.
Okay, and I'm not going to say the brand, but there was this one little light switch where you could program it, and it said like simple programming, advanced programming. Okay, and yeah, people open up those instructions like, oh, it's a pain in the butt, and they throw it out. But it's actually not that difficult. And you simply, this is a simple control, no Bluetooth. It just goes on a light switch, and all you do is you just program it very quickly, and then you put your coordinates in, and you can say sundown for 4 hours or sundown for 3 hours, and then leave it. Okay. Or you can invest in something wireless and you can download it on your phone, whatever. But guys, lighting beeps out there. We gotta go there. We can't just be smacking up wall packs everywhere and running away. It's now, I'm declaring it a fiduciary duty of all distributors to come to understand these principles and to apply them in the field for clients, because they're not going to do it for themselves, Greg.
That's right. And we've only got 4 of the 5 done so far. It's useful, targeted, low light levels, controlled. And then the last one, and the most confusing one, and the one that's been talked about probably more than anything on exterior lighting, is color.
Go low, bro.
It says use warmer colors where possible. And in our discussion, we specifically asked for Kelvin temperatures. They did not say don't always use 5K. They said there are applications where that can make sense. Warmer is generally better, but they didn't say, do 27K or 3. It sounded like 3K was probably a more common one, more acceptable, because it's kind of more in that neutral range. And it's not as offensively white, and it's not too yellow, but it's kind of that in between. But what they specifically say is limit the amount of shorter wavelength blue-violet light to the least amount needed. And we had a discussion that 2 different fixture manufacturers can have what they call 3000 Kelvin, and it can be very different.
Yeah, but not that much different. And here's the like these guys are dorking it up, and I appreciate that. Okay,
yeah.
I love that they do that. But I'm going to make it real simple for you. Unless your client is the township of White Bear Lake, and you're designing the crosswalk for them, or you're designing roadway lighting for municipalities and for states and provinces, and you're doing the lighting on the I-95 or something like that, unless your application is where people are driving at 100 kilometers an hour or 60 kilometers an hour, and you're doing the lighting for those applications, you can warm it down. Okay? Yeah. So if you're like me and you're selling to the private sector, churches, factories, hospital parking lots, gas stations, this kind of stuff, you can warm it down, Greg. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't want to give these guys any outs in terms of well, we can't do this, we can't do that because we have I'm going crazy here, but we have to make sure that the pedestrians crossing the parking lot. No, not true. Mm-hmm. Pedestrians cross streets, public roads, and unless you're doing public roads, 99% of the applications, Greg, can be warmer Kelvin temperatures, man.
I would agree with you. So that, as a quick recap, this is IES and IDA partnering together to provide 5 principles for responsible outdoor lighting. It's to make it useful, targeted, low light levels, controlled, and color.
And you can warm it down. You don't. A distributor out there, contractor listening to this, you can warm it down on 99% of the applications you're working on, unless your customer is the city of Toronto and you're doing the crosswalk and the engineer told you put 5,000K. If you're even doing that, you're not even choosing the fixture. If you're choosing the fixture as a distributor, you can warm it up. Period. End of the story.
You know what's funny is you're saying warm it down, warm it up. It's warming it down it's like the opposite. You get warmer and it goes down. But
yeah,
we get
what I'm saying, right? Like, like everyone knows, warm it down, whatever.
Warm it down.
Warm it down. And what I mean is, like, if you're a distributor and you're choosing the fixture, that application can be warm, period. Because if it's an application like that, it's going to be dictated to you what the fixture is, and that's it. So go to Keystone Technologies. That's KEYSTONETECH.com. Coming out with a hot new set of outdoor lighting, Greg.
That's right. Light Made Easy. They're doing it the right way, and it's looking good. So be ready for it.
Light Ted Online Video Show coming in hot at you. Bye for now.